be at the match.
Yeah.
Only a friend invited him, he came, he was a consultant at the London Chest Hospital, made his way down to the pitch, and he was part of that assistance.
Mm-hmm.
They called the match off.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was in shock. Your family had been informed that you really wouldn't pull through this. And then you wake up one day. How do you feel?
I woke up on how many days did Jesus wake up? 3? I woke up on Monday. So I went down on the Saturday.
So you had a resurrection, did you?
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just putting it out there, you know. No, it's incredible because that's actually like the first time I learned what happened and everything, and to me, this is, you can't define miracle in any way than that's that, you know, because this is, the odd was severely brain damage, and I mean, the chance for me to be normal is probably 2%. You know, for me to be like how I am was 2%, and it's incredible because you see, I'm not sure how to say it, but to me I think this is Jesus at his best, when nobody actually gave you a chance and he just make everything look so. And one other thing that people really is, I do pray and I do speak in tongues sometimes, but when I woke up on a Monday, anybody who was right next to me, they will tell you this. I woke up and all I spoke for about an hour was just spoke in tongues, and I would never go to Sasakrami, no, that never happened. But like, I woke up and Shona would talk to me. I understand what she's saying to me. What I respond to her was
tongues.
Just tongues. And the doctor would come in and he would say things to me.
He thought it was one of these 240 African languages.
He thought I was actually, my brain is gone. And I would just go on for about a good hour, and that happened for a good 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, I had to just
come on.
Actually going at it.
Then for you.
It just happened, like my recovery and then everything else. It's quicker than they expected, because I went a month without urinating and my body just went, and my finger was like, this finger would be like this, and this is not normal in me. You know, my kidneys wasn't working and everything else. You know, it was, for me, I was more worried like my mom, how she's gonna react and everything else, and when she heard this. Then when I got to speak to her, I said, you alright? I said, no, are you alright? I said, no, I'm fine, but just these people holding me here, I don't know why. And like, yeah, it's amazing. I said, what do you mean? I said, everybody now knows me in Congo. I said, what do you mean? Everybody knows you. They said, even the person that came to see me. I said, are you for real? I said, yeah. I was like, interesting. But I mean, you know, all these things happen, you know, this incident, I think, to me, it's just the power of God. And I can't say there's one person who prayed for me and that person made it different. No. It's impossible. It's more of like, even the doctors, I can't say this doctor came in and he's the one, he's the machine, the one coming back to life. I think the doctor did their part, but the major part was when, you know, when children got together and praying, and then, you know, people, not just in England, people different part of the country praying, and the recovery was better than what expected. My body responded to everything else much better, and it became just something that even to this day, you know, you hear news of a fellow professional dying from sudden cardiac arrest.
Another footballer died exactly the same, didn't they?
And a guy who played for Birmingham died exactly. So to me, this is like the hope. Like, if you put your hope in God and in what you believe, and He is the answer to everything, and He has healed me from my toes to my head, and everything is come back to normality. And I was so against having defibrillator. I was so against this. Like, my heart was like, you know what, forget defibrillator. I'm not even having this. But they're like, if you want to play football, you're gonna have this. I was like, okay, let's just try this to see this can save you. But it's there, but I know the real savior is God, because the defibrillator is just a machine, you know.
You believed one day you'd play again, and of course you went to Belgium and they said no, didn't they?
Yeah, I knew from the moment I woke up, because the Bible said, you know, he who started a good work in you, he will carry it to the end. So the good work of bringing back alive, it's not finished to I walk back in the pitch and play football, and that it full stop. That's it.
Yeah.
And you went to Belgium and they just gave me different news, and to me, I didn't even share tears. Even to this day, I didn't cry or, you know, say why my career finished before I expected. I told the guy, I said, thank you for, you know, looking after me for these 2 days, and I'm very appreciative. And me and my wife, we prayed and we got on a plane and come home. Then on a Monday, we announced that, you know, retired. And on a Saturday, I told my mom, I said, I'm coming to Congo. And I went to Congo for the first time for about 11, 12 years, and that was probably the best healing I could ever ask for, because it went in there and you see people who, they said, you know, I went to this house and people just put my picture, said, we're praying, we were night vigilante every night, so when you're in the hospital, we pray till you come out. I said, what do you mean? So we didn't eat for about a couple of days till you came out.
Fasted and prayed.
Yeah, I was like, are you for real? I said, listen, we know I can show this. I went to houses, to me that was just like, it's better than, you know, playing football, because those people, I said before, there can't be one person who can come and say to me, Fabrice, my prayer has helped you to be where you are.
So what you've been exposed to is a wider life outside football.
I think my generation, well, from the guys who's 27 to all the guys who's 18, we're like a microwave. We're not cooked properly. The food in the microwave is not cooked. It's just in there for 2 minutes. You take it out, you give people.
Instant.
Yeah, or guys like Darren and Cyril and all these guys here, they're like this is real football. This guy, they've been cooked in a way that footballers should be. Not the one we see now.
Right cooked to where I said. In fact, Cyril Regis, Darren Moore, just come and join us for the last part. Come join us.
As I said, I think
you're the cook good, you two.
Michael, and I think those guys are like, for me, they're real football. They've been trained properly, do what's been taught properly. Half of the story that you hear from football now, I don't think you will ever hear in their generation, not even half of the story, because of the discipline they had. Or we don't have the discipline. You don't
know Cyril's life, do you? No, I hear what you say. I started dealing with Darren when he was 16 at Torquay. He walked into the church and saw me here in this incarnation. I knew this guy when he was running around for England. He faces now the end of his career at 25. We know, those of us been involved in football, that football is actually a lifestyle, it's a religion, it's a culture. What happens when somebody like Fabrice has to quit, or you quit, you guys, because you've run the course? How do people acclimatise back into the real world?
I think certainly for me, Pastor Dave, I've just retired over the last year or so. So I'm still sort of finding my feet in terms of career move. Yes, I want to progress down the coach stroke management role. So I do want to go down that role. But I think for me, the certain thing that drives me on after the football is, because it is a goldfish bowl effect, is that from the Bible in the book of Nehemiah, verse 8:10, it says, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've been resting on whilst I was playing football and outside of football is just to have a sense of reality, because I think football, most things in sport, movies, songs, it can lead you into a lifestyle that you really feel that's it, yeah. And I think that's where I go from now in terms of when you do finish a game, and like Fabrice said, his mum went to church, you know, at one stage 7 days a week, and she found peace in it. And certainly through my career, you know, Jesus knew Darren more when he was playing, and when I've stopped playing now, people have forgotten me. The Lord Jesus has not forgotten me, because his love continues.
You're still involved in football, aren't you? You manage players.
Yes, I'm a football agent, and what Fabrice has, he has a relationship with God. He has a relationship with God, and that's the wonderful foundation he has for the rest of his life. And I think so many players or people in the public sphere, they can't separate what they do from who they are.
Yeah.
That's a key thing when you're coming out of football. You're doing something you love for 10, 15 years, you get entrapped in it. When you come out of it, if you can't separate what you do from who you are, then you've got problems. People like Paul McGrath, Gascoigne, they struggle coming out of football because football is their whole identity. But we have identity in Jesus Christ.
Yes, we do. Fabrice, you've been the most wonderful guest. The last question I'd like to leave you with is, what now?
I've got a babysitter Judy tonight, so my few will be awake tonight, I know that. No, I mean, it's just a blessing to be alive, to be able to go around and to share this testimony and to strengthen my fellow Christian friends that God is real, God is alive. Miracles still just happen.
Yes.
I'm a living witness of what miracles about in the
Yes, you
21st
are.
century. Be able to enjoy time, spending time with friends and family, which is what I love doing most of the time now.
Because you're married to
Yes.
Shauna.
Yeah.
You've got a 4-year-old, lovely names this, Joshua Jeremiah, and only a few weeks ago comes Matthew Josiah. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, we were looking at the name Josiah, and before Josiah would be perfect for Matthew. God, you know, what's happened to me, and he just come to the place where he just taking every single box we asked for, and you know, in Shauna's doing great at the moment as well. So, you know, being a family man, been, you know, something that I wasn't planning to happen now, but it happened. It's changed my life in a way that I could never thought would happen to me. But to me, it's just a blessing that I'd be able to be a father of these 2 boys, because in one moment that I wasn't even here. So to be able to spend time with those guys has been incredible, and I've been enjoying every single thing.
So what would you like to say to them tonight as you come to an end?
Keep the faith. God is real, man. God is.
So if they don't know God, you would say he's well worth trying to find.
It's real as who you are right now. He is like the realest thing ever. You can never find somebody who's so comfort, so wonderful, somebody who's there to listen to you. And when you ask for him, when you pray to him, believe in me, I know what prayer does. I know exactly what prayer can do to somebody. I know what, when you get down your knee and you open your heart to him and you speak to him 100%, and he will come to you and he will be there for you. He will comfort you, he will walk with you, he will be side by side. Whatever walk of life you are, he's nearby you 24/7. He will never, as I said, he will never leave you, forsake you, because I know what God can do. And believe in me, I was a dead man, and you don't appreciate life to the other side of life. When they tell you that your kidneys are working, that you can't even go to the toilet, urinate, you won't appreciate life. But when you're in this life and you look how far you've come to where you are right now, it's all God's grace. It's all, like, as I said, all I can ask is just stick tight to God and keep praying in him and be faithful to him and just be a faithful disciple to him.
Wow. Fabrice, remember.